Welcome back. Excited, obviously. Been itching to have you guys back. Been plotting. Just some friendly reminders, some food for thought. I am super excited about this season, but I do think we could go one of two ways. We sat down as a staff, and I mean a whole staff, and really put in a lot of time and effort of doing some things purposeful to really making sure that we are bought in not only as a staff, but really serving you guys. And so we're going to do some things that are different this season that I really haven't ever done. But I really need you guys to buy in and let loose. Get rid of this, this isn't cool, this isn't what I like to do. Let's throw all of that out the door and just be all in for us. When you get here, I want your best. And you know who else deserves your best? The person sitting to the left and right of you. This is the last time you're going to work this hard with this group for one goal. That's it. You're never going to have this group together again. Never ever in the rest of your life. So what are you going to do about it? And it's a choice. And it's an easy choice when it's easy, right? Because we all sit here and we talk about how we want it, we want to do this, we want to do that. But are we walking the walk? Okay? So I want you guys to buy into yourselves. Serve each other. Take to heart, I hope you guys heard me today. Okay? And not just this week. I'm telling you, when we're through the grind, right? When we're going through the grind. That's it. So let's go. Let's go punch people in the mouth.
Yeah, so they warned us, before we came back from break that when we got back it was going to be hard. And so I think they've done just exactly that. For the first week back before school started, we did war games. And I told everyone that it was seriously the hardest week of my career, but it was also the most fun. We really got to bond with each other and be challenged in more than just softball. We had to come up with our own choreography for dances and just fun stuff like that. So it was really enjoyable, but it was hard at the same time. So they didn't lie about it, They were honest and upfront about us coming back and it being hard. And since the war games, I think we've grown closer as a team and it really helped us bond. And then practice is still hard. They're making sure that this part's hard, so when we get to season, it's just muscle memory.
This is basically a marathon part 2.
The Aggies are preparing for the long haul, as the season does bring new battles each and every week. Among the fray, they'll have to trust their training that is now gone high-tech.
The one thing that we do really well as a staff is that player development piece. We don't always get the 5-star athlete, and I actually am perfectly fine with that. I recruit insides. I want to address each athlete as if this was the pros. So how are you fueling? How are you sleeping? What's your recovery? What's your rotational peak power? What's your grip strength? Are we testing it? And we should be measuring everything because we have to check. There's got to be a checks and balances. So what we're doing, is it correlating to being better softball players, being stronger softball players? So we do a lot of that. We do catapult, we do Rapsodo, hit tracks, K-Vest, Proteus. Kind of you name it, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna measure it, and then we're gonna adjust and make sure that that's what helps us win softball games.
I'm really looking at to see, kind of verify what my eyes are telling me. So we'll have practice, I'll get all the data that was collected. I can sit down and kind of practice plan. I can look at the drills that we did. With the analytics piece, I can see who helped, who it didn't help. And then I can kind of start setting drills kind of accordingly with that. K-Vest we use, let's take that for instance. We will, when a hitter's going really good and she's swinging well, I'll put her on K-Vest, and that kind of tells us what her body's doing in time and motion within the swing, within a live swing. So I'll keep that in my back pocket. When the hitter starts struggling, then I can pull those swings out that we had before when she was doing really well, and I can put it back on her, and I can see what the differences are in her swing. So why are we in a slump right now? Is it something mechanical, or is it maybe, pitch selection, those types of things. But I can rule some things out by having data going through the whole year. So that's really a helpful tool for us.
When I grew up playing softball, we just see ball, hit ball. But he slows it down and really gets you to understand what you're feeling when you're hitting. So he doesn't necessarily have to make all the corrections, you can feel it yourself. Harker uses the synapse, so we put it around our waist and we really have to feel our core and all of our body movements as we're going through our swinging motion. So it's really helpful to feel what you're doing instead of just always doing it. And so that incorporates into real swings, so then when you get in the box, you have an idea of what you're supposed to feel where and stuff like that. So he does a really good job of, finding fun things that are different and incorporating it into his plan for us. So I really enjoy it, and I think it's very beneficial.
Coming here, now the park's bigger, there's more gaps, so now we're using technology. I'm trying to get our launch angle down and work more gap to gap versus trying to miss the ball in the air. And we have kids that can hit it out, don't get me wrong, but for the most part, we're trying to bring those launch angles down and hit hard line drives. And then the other side of that is the small ball. In the SEC, most of the parks are bigger, the air is heavier, so now the slappers and the speed game really comes into play. So that's, we went out and got KP, and so using our speed as well. So it's I love hitting home runs and it's great, but now from a coaching standpoint, it's kind of something new for me and exciting. I get to do some different things in game as well.
I'm really excited about this team. I think we are beyond talented and we can do a lot of special things, and it's all coming together. You can see it, like from where we started in the fall to where we are now, about to start season off. Our team has grown so much together, and that's really exciting to see.